Guten Nachmittag, meine Damen und Herren. It's a Monday, 5:15 in the afternoon. I haven't hit the gym in 4 days, and I need to do chest today, so I'm gonna keep this very quick and concise. This is my first impressions of the Gamesir Cyclone 2. I've already unboxed it, as you can see. So without further ado, let's get into this. Here we have the stand. It's metal. It's really good quality. It's matte black. I dig the design. Here we have the USB-A dongle, and I think it's fairly smaller than other USB-A dongles you'd get with these controllers. So that's a plus. This is the stand itself. You have a slot for the dongle. You have your charging port, so you plug in your USB-C. Power is going to pass through this dock into your controller. Great stand, I like it. Here is the controller itself. So we're going to take off these little foam pads. What do we start with? First thing you're going to notice is that it has really nice textured grip. Second thing you're going to notice is how kind of lightweight it is, but it's kind of in the middle. Like, it's not as big, it's not as heavy as a PS5 controller or an Xbox controller, but then again, it's not so lightweight that you think, oh, this is Chinese crap, this is cheap Chinese shit, I don't like it. No, it's not going to be like that. It's somewhere in the middle, and I think I dig it. So let's start with how the buttons sound. Then I'm going to tell you how they feel. Here's the D-pad. They feel great. I mean, your average D-pad, I guess. Nice straddle, nice sound, clicky. R3, L3. A little bit too firm for my liking, but I think that's decent as well. Nothing out of the ordinary, but nothing really terrible either. Joysticks. These are Hall effect, or so I've heard. I can confirm that they are Hall effects. They're pretty precise, I'd say. They feel nice, they're smooth, and the texture on the joysticks themselves is also nice. XABY. So as you can hear, it's a little bit clicky. I'd say it has a decent amount of travel to it. At the very end, it feels like there's a little bit of spread, so it like spreads the force around the buttons, but that's probably because these are a little bit bigger than usual, or maybe they're average size, maybe I'm not used to it. But yeah, I like them, they're great. I think they're good quality, if anything. What else do we have on the front? The menu buttons. Very normal, they feel cheap, they feel weak. It's not supposed to feel great. They're just menu buttons, you'll be clicking them like, not that often, nothing to worry about. R1, L1. I love these. They're kind of clicky, kind of muffled. They have a decent amount of travel. They don't require too much force for you to push them in. I love them. They're just great. They don't feel cheap at all, by the way. It feels pretty decent. R2, L2. These aren't clicking. These are a bit more on the muffled side. They have a decent amount of travel to them. Again, they don't require too much force for you to push them all the way in, and they feel really nice and smooth. All in all, I love them. I think they're really well built. That's not the only thing special about these R3 and L3 triggers. So as you can see here, these are actually transparent, so you can see what's inside them, and that's pretty neat. But you know what's even neater? If we flip these switches here manually, these triggers are going to turn into hair triggers. What that means is the travel has been taken out of the equation, so if you're playing like a freaking shooter game or something, this is going to be really convenient for you. But if you don't like that, if you want like normal triggers, I guess just put them into the normal trigger mode. There we go. What else do we have? We have the back buttons here. Programmable back buttons, whatever you'd like. They sound great, a little bit loud. I'd say they're a little I'd say they're a mix between the R1 and L1 triggers and the XABY buttons. I'd say that's what they are. So a little bit on the clicker side when you go all the way in, but then the feeling, the sound you get is a little bit muffled. So I'd say it's more clicky than muffled, but you know, it's not that big of a deal. What's important is that it feels nice. It's big enough. It's got a nice position. I can imagine myself just pressing them all day. It's ergonomic, and I really don't have any complaints with those either. What else do we have here? Here we have an audio jack, 3.5 millimeters. Here we have the Gamesir one. You use this to turn the thing on. Up here we have a USB-C port. You can use it for either charging the controller or connecting it to like your PC or your Xbox or your PS5 or whatever, your PlayStation. Something else we have, these little slots here. I think these are for mobile controllers, so you can use this as a mobile controller. There's a little something you can mount here. It's gonna connect to this, and then your phone is just gonna come like, you know, like be positioned up here, so you can have your display in your view and play at the same time. But yeah, I haven't seen anyone really cover these a lot, so I'm not so sure about it. And I think that's about it. Also, I opted for the black version instead of the white version because I think this just looks a lot more slick. And there's also LED lights here that are not turning on right now, probably because you have to be connected and program them in their Gamesir app. And yeah, that's about it. I snatched these for 25 francs or 25 US dollars on Temu. I had a discount code, but they usually go around for 40 to 50 US dollars. So I think I had a great deal. I'm gonna put them here so you can look for yourself one last time. You also have the dongle. I'm gonna remove that. Gotta place this here. Mixing this together. It looks really slick. I'm not gonna lie. I love it. All in all, for the price, I think this is the complete package. Yeah. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention it has three connection modes. One of them would be with the dongle. Another one would be with the USB-C, and last but not least with Bluetooth. I think it has Bluetooth 2.4 if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, Gamesir Cyclone 2 first impressions, great. I love it. I recommend it. Maybe I'll do a follow-up video of how it performs, maybe not, but yeah, that's about it. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.